Peace and salutations. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself. At this time, we call it the Master Blaster Jamming. I am Aital Ayman, host, Underground News Network. The law says, before a jot of the law fail, heaven and earth shall pass away. Within that saying, there is profound meaning. In essence, heaven and earth will pass away. Heaven and earth will pass away. 2012, a lot of people debate about it. I want you to know that the devil is the one that lies. He is the one that denies. The main reason for the culmination of the polarized shift, which started 2012, May 5th to be exact, when Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Saturn and Jupiter aligned with the Earth for the first time in 6,000 years. On that date, it was said by prophecy in the Great Pyramid, written in mathematical code, that trillions of tons of ice and water would come sweeping over the planet. So when those planets aligned, the Ross ice shelf broke off. Ever since then, ice has been breaking off the shelf, and then we have global warming. Ice is breaking off all over the place. For instance, if a man jumped from the Empire State Building or the Twin Towers, two men jump at the same time. According to his weight, one is going to hit the ground before the other one, but it's going to take both men a few minutes before they hit the ground. Thus, the culmination of the polarized shift, 12 years from 2000 in 2012. We are talking about a lot of things in the cultural community, but we are not talking about the right thing. The reason is, we don't know. The brothers who are debating about this and debating about that and who's right and who's wrong, they don't know. I heard a brother debating about, made a video about when they had Michael Jackson Memorial on the 7th, full moon. We were all focused in on that. At the same time, he said Obama was meeting with the Pope, he said, but I think they met on different days. I'd like to read something to you for your understanding about oneness. God dwells within me as me, dwells within you as you. God is everything from atoms to stars, is He. At this time, 2009, everything is on the one. And we must melt with everything to understand what they do, what the Pope do, what the President do. It's no concern of Rastafari. It's no concern of the enlightened beings. The poles are shifting. So our concentration is like it was in the time of Noah. Come up with a mechanism to get us off the planet. NASA have their ships. They've been going into outer space for ages. They have been communicating with outer space. We, on this level, have our way of communication and travel. We deal with that. That's our esoteric wisdom. They don't know what we're doing, just like we don't know what they're doing. So we're not concerned about that. But check this out. If you would notice in the Vatican, they have their symbols. Everyone has their symbols. And all those symbols, from the pyramids to the Vatican, to the pictures of Jesus, all the religious relics around the world, they all agree on one thing at its essence. Everything is on the one. Now, the Pope's new letter he just sent out, the letter that the caritas veritate that he just sent out, the letter concerning charity and things. Check this, please. For the brother out there that's just talking about Obama and the Pope and we're missing something. We're not missing anything. Check this. Charity is love received and given. The Pope says charity is love received and given. It is grace. Its source is the wellspring of the Father's love for the Son. Its source is the wellspring of the Father's love for the Son. Charity. Okay, let's start over. Charity is love received and given. It is grace. Its source is the wellspring of the Father's love for the Son and the Holy Spirit. Love comes down to us from the Son. Okay, he used S-O-N, but let's think about this. Love comes down to us from the Son. We know that S-O-N is a code for S-U-N. We know the ancient Egyptians' teaching. We know our Kabbalistic wisdom. We know that the Son, Jesus, is the mediator of God. We know that the Son is the mediator for the galactic core, Hunab-Ku, in the Milky Way galaxy. We know that Sirius is there communicating from Hunab-Ku, then we bring it to the Sun. We know the channels. So, charity is love received and given. It is grace. Its source is the wellspring of the Father's love for the Son and the Holy Spirit. Love comes down to us from the Son. It nourishes us. It gives us life. It gives us light. It is creative love through which we have our being. We have our being in the Son. Pure lyric is truth and rays of sun. All the flowers know it and are laughing. It is redemptive love through which we are recreated. Love is revealed and made present by Christ, the enlightened one, and poured into our hearts through the Holy Spirit. As the objects of God's love, men and women become subjects of charity. They are called to make themselves instruments of grace, so as to pour forth God's charity and to weave networks of charity. This dynamic and charity received and given is what gives rise to the church's social teachings. Okay, in essence, if everyone gives like the sun gives to us unconditionally, the sun shines, it gives us life. If everyone gives unconditionally, it would be a circuit, it would be a cycle, and everything will strive, everything will grow. Oneness. So at this time of they're trying to reach globally, trying to get everything in order, oneness, the Galactic Federation is coming. The Bureau, 3,600 year elliptical orbit, it's coming through, it's coming around again, so they got to get their shit together. And they have their bunkers and everything, so let them do what they do. I and I do what we do. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself. At this time we call it the Master Blaster jamming. The most pressing issue, the most pressing thing that we should be talking about now is 2012. So let us get on the one about that and stop bickering with each other about who's right and who's wrong, and peace.